you guys? It's Mary. We invite you guys to like,
share,
subscribe,
comment
down below, y'all. Today we are going to be talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville. And, you know, I feel like, honestly, Maurice is using Kimmy so he doesn't have to raise his own child.
Yeah.
And Kimmy there, you just got over cancer. Why are you there?
She's still in therapy. She's still going for chemotherapy.
You're still dealing with cancer, and you're here worried about, like, my thing is, I feel like they are like making issues with Monster for no reason. Like, you guys are acting
issues among themselves, Maurice and Kim.
I just think you're harassing this boy about chores.
I know.
Chores. Are you serious? You're worrying this 15-year-old boy about chores? You guys are having long family meetings about chores? Y'all sound, I hate to say it, respectfully, y'all sound real dumb. I'm sorry. That's how it seems to me. Like, you're literally having family meetings. Not about him being a drug addict. Not about him being an alcoholic. Not talking to him about, how he's getting E's or F's or, like, D's or whatever. You're talking to him about cleaning his room.
Or about he's also mental health, because he seems to be very depressed.
Like, what is this?
When you come together and have this meeting. Hey, Monster, you seem really down. What's going on with you? What's going on in school? Anybody bullying you? Like,
I'm sorry. Women don't need, I'm just going to say this. You see LeBron James? There was no father in sight. His mother did that. Right. So I'm sorry, you don't have to take your son to your father, to the father who don't look like he actually wants to do much with the child to go help raise your son. Well, what's her name?
LeBron also had she put some good male figures in his life.
Maurice is not a good male figure. I'm sorry, like he's not the absolute best. Like he has his issues.
Okay, so you're talking about Kiowa, not like.
I don't think she needed to go and put him in that situation, because my thing is, I don't think it's a healthy situation with Kimmy and Maurice. Right. Like, I mean, we've said it here on this channel before. The reason why that woman got cancer is not very far.
Stress.
The reason why she got cancer is living right in her house. That's all I'm gonna say. Listen, stress can cause cancer. Like, I promise you.
Yeah, it can.
You'll be surprised what diseases come from stress alone.
Yeah. Scientifically,
and you're still stressing her out. She's not even finished with cancer, and you want her to come and raise your son. Oh, well, what type of face is that? That doesn't look like you're being receptive. Huh?
I don't know. Are you in his brain to see if he's being receptive or not?
What is this? Please stop embarrassing yourselves.
He wasn't frowning. He didn't have an attitude.
He just looked like, if it was me, and somebody was coming to me, my stepmom and my dad come to me talking about how I need to clean my room and do chores. I don't think we ever had one meeting about actually cleaning his room. Ever. I don't think we ever did that. Like, no. We actually did it, and his room was actually a mess. I ain't gonna put him on Front Street, but I'm just saying.
He was quite spoiled.
He was very spoiled, but my thing is, when
we got tired of it.
Well, we got tired of it, and we were basically like, well, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. Guess what? He went to the kitchen, he made his mayonnaise pasta, he learned how to do laundry, he was washing dishes.
I'm sure we did not even tell him we were not doing it.
We just stopped.
Not being done. Yes.
We just stopped. Maybe, Kimmy, if you would stop harassing somebody to do it.
And then we closed the door. So you have to see whatever mess. Because you like everything really nice and neat. And you don't like to see it messy.
Right.
And so you kind of like just close the... And I'm actually still a neat person. But I think once I started having kids, I kind of relaxed a little bit. Yeah. Like I didn't let my neatness take over just like being nurturing and stuff. And so I think you kind of also get that from me, and so you were just like, you don't want to see it. So what we did, we just closed the door.
I'm sorry, just like Kimmy, you haven't done laundry in 2-3 weeks.
Don't bring your mess outside of this door. You want to be messy, keep it there. But when you bring your stuff outside of the home in other, like where everybody else uses the place, then you gotta make sure things are neat. But in your room, You can have a
I'm
whole
sorry,
tornado
Kimmy,
in there. It's your business.
I'm
It's your
telling you,
space.
Kimmy, the day that you decide to stay in that bed and you get the rest that you deserve, that'll be the day where Maurice gets off his lazy butt and he go do something. And then my thing is, you want to sit down there and blame Kiowa like men do. Oh, it's the mother's fault. That's why he's like
spoiled.
this. But you're upset that Kiowa's doing everything for him, but you want your wife to do everything for you as a grown man.
Hello.
Where they do that at? You and your son are one and the same. So before you decide to hop on your little high horse and cross your legs, that's not a receptive face. Why don't you get off your butt and go help your wife who has cancer and you go do the cleaning?
Your face ain't receptive. Every time I look at you, your face ain't receptive. Every time I look at you, you're giving that woman stress.
Man,
you stress me out, and I'm not even in your household. Can you imagine how stressed Kim? And he always tries to bring Kim and Kiowa together to go away somewhere in a meeting. Did you not hear Kim say you all need a family meeting? You, Kiowa, and Monster.
And I'm sorry,
come
Kimmy,
on.
maybe she's used to doing all this stuff for Maurice because this is what she had to do to get the ring after like 7+ years.
You ain't got to do
but
that
my
no more,
thing is, girl, you already got the ring. If he wants to divorce you because you don't want to cook and clean, that's probably a blessing. Maybe that's where you'll be cancer free. Okay. So as far as I'm concerned,
maybe there's a prenup. Maybe she has to put in 10 years. Like how Michael Jordan had his
girl, bye. That man ain't got that much money to be suffering for no 10 years. How bye? I go make that off of YouTube, and I'll be making more money than you.
Kim, look, you make money too. You're a nurse, and then you have
still has to
work.
Work.
Like, come on,
I get married, and I still have to work. Man, just release me from that marriage expeditiously. I'm still having to cook and clean, and then after sex, I have to go clean up because you won't clean.
No.
Well, after the bad sex, I have to go run away to go clean.
Goes to clean. Exactly.
Like, girl, bye.
Like, exactly. And then you finally told him that he has not even been making you. Girl.
I'm sorry. If I get married, I need to at least have good sex. You have to let him know.
And then the other thing too, I remember when the kids were young. Sometimes I'll actually even hire someone to just come, just clean the house real quick for me. Like,
while he's gone, you hire somebody.
You can just hire someone and say, "Hey, Monster, today someone is gonna come and clean the entire house, including your room, and wash these clothes."
As far as
let
I
that
am
be
concerned,
you and Monster's thing. The father don't have to know.
If I have children, I'm not
and Monster, you can say, "Hey, Monster, can you? I know you get some money from your parents. This is just gonna be between me and you. Give me $5 of your money, and we hire somebody."
Yeah.
And you guys, let that be
your fun little
your
joke.
little secret between just the two of you.
Exactly.
You hire someone, clean your room.
Kimmy, your job is not to parent. Maurice is trying to get you to do something that he's supposed to be doing as a man. It should be a fun thing. It shouldn't be something where you're hounding and harassing this boy to clean some damn dishes because you got this man like being a grown man baby sitting on your cancer neck trying to stress you out. It's so ridiculous. You should be not even a bonus parent. You should just be a bonus friend. Yeah. Like, if you go get married today, I'm sorry, I'm not expecting that man to come and teach me about life skills and how to be a woman. Let me just walk out the door.
If my kids were younger, it's on me to teach them. And the only thing I require from them, of course, they have to be respectful to that parent.
Absolutely.
You can't be disrespectful to the new parent. But that's about it. But I just expect you to be a soft place for my kids to fall. Even if my kids were younger, I expect you to be a soft place for my children to fall. That's it. I don't need you coming in here and running anything, because the kids actually, they have their father, right? If there's some crazy stuff going on with the children, I know I could call
or like
the father,
if they don't have a dad, then I can see, yes, maybe you can step in and be a father figure. Yes. That's the only if the father's not around.
But I know if something going on, I can call and say, hey, look, they're acting a plum fool, and say, you need to come talk to them. I'm not going to put that on the step parent. Let that child have another parent, kind of like an aunt and uncle. Like they can, like, if you have problems with me or something, you can go call your aunt or and say, hey,
and
Auntie
that
Luna,
also
something
helps the
happened.
relationship with your child, because
Yes.
it's not like you have two people badgering you, but it's kind of like this person's
He
like,
ain't
hey,
got
look,
nobody.
your mom, your mom means well intentions by you or whatever. Let's go get some ice cream. Let's go talk about it. Hey, I'll
Yeah.
talk to mom for you, all right?
That's it.
But that's how you foster a nice, healthy, beautiful relationship,
And
right?
that's how it really
You're supposed to help,
honestly
not
should
be badgering. Like the
should
boy
be.
looking left, looking right. I
Yeah.
can't talk to you. I can't talk to you. I mean,
Yeah.
his mom come. He's like, oh, thank God, mom's coming. Please come around as often
Of
as possible.
all of them,
and
yes.
fit me into your schedule as much as you possibly
know.
can. Like, that's literally what the boy was saying.
Yes.
And she's like, yeah. I'll be there over there, son. Kai, what? If I was you, I'll take my son back. Like, I don't know what this is. I gotta send my child off to the daddy who has issue with a girlfriend that's been a pick-me-sha from the beginning.
And I see a lot of families do this,
Girl, bye.
especially in our community as Black families. Especially if they're separated and you have a boy child. What
Yeah.
happens is when the child is young, up until the age of maybe 12, they stay with a mom.
Yeah.
Or 11, they stay with a mom. And then from 11 onward, they say, oh, go stay with your dad because then he can give you that authority
Right.
and all of that stuff. Unfortunately, sometimes the father is not nurturing. Also, you have to be able to, any leader needs, any true leader, you have to have the balance of being able to encourage
Right.
and being authoritative.
Right.
Your son especially should be able to come to a father with anything, especially as he gets older. If your son is unable to do that, that is a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He should be able to come and talk to you, because who do you want him to go talk to? You want him to go talk to the man on the street to advise him about things because you, the father, he's too afraid to come and talk to you? And why do you want your child to be afraid of you?
Yeah.
Is that something men have to think about in their minds too? What is
You should fear
missing
nobody
in
but
me
God.
that I need
That
the
I
child
need to be God.
to be afraid of me?
The only person you should fear is God. You shouldn't fear no man.
Exactly, because if your child begins to be afraid of you as a man, I promise you he's going to be afraid of other men.
Yeah.
And you don't want that. So you don't want your child to fear any man. He should only fear God. That's it. That's how you begin to raise strong children who can open their mouths and speak up for themselves and not kowtow to anyone and stand on their own. And someone's not going to be out here abusing them. So,
and they will go and perpetuate that whole thing about how they need other people to be fearful of them. And just like that idiot who went to try to go beat up that mom in the hot dog place.
Yes,
but
how dare you speak?
How
if
dare
you
you
say one more word,
I swear on my grandma, I'm gonna beat you up. Like,
and guess
the
what?
thing is, he wants to somebody to fear him so bad. That's
Yeah.
probably why he was there beating his girlfriend, because I'm sure she getting some lickings. But
and guess what?
That's
he's with well, I can't even say he's with his grandma because his grandma probably in heaven.
He might be with, the opposite of God. You know what I'm saying? But that's the whole thing, because if you want him to fear you, then you want to create somebody who wants other people to fear him when he gets older, because you always struck fear into me when I was younger, and I always felt emasculated. So now I need to go and emasculate somebody else, and they need to fear me. And that's how you go and you put fear and you put
that's not raising
violence
a man.
in the community.
Thank you. That's not raising a man.
That's how you
That's
create,
not raising a man. What is that?
That's how you create people who go and kill your women and then go kill other men, and you have gang violence and all this other rubbish.
Yeah.
So that's what happens, that mentality of, oh, he needs to fear me.
Exactly.
Oh, he's going to want to do the same thing. And he's going to be there probably 6 feet under trying to get somebody to fear me.
Yeah. Let your children respect you. As a man, let your son respect you, not fear you.
Yeah.
But let him respect you.
Yeah.
And at the same time, let him honor you. And at the same time, let him be unafraid to come and talk to you. Like now he says he talks to himself, or he has people he talks to. I would want to know, what people do you have to talk to apart from me and your mom? Like whose ear?
And then he's talking about how, I spend time with my son when I go to pick him up. You mean you don't spend time with him at all?
Ignorant.
You should not have said a damn thing, Maurice, because you just exposed yourself.
I'm so happy that Kim let him have it. She was calling him out on his BS.
I think because she has cancer, she's feeling a little bit more
empowered.
But
yeah.
my thing is, Kim, be super empowered and just sit yourself down in the bed for 2 weeks and
When
see
he
how the
calls
men
you-
start being survivors.
No, not only that, especially when that meeting was going on, she could have actually come when Kiowa, Maurice, and Monster is there.
And
be
walks
like,
right
"You know
out."
something.
I have my treatments. I have
Not
my
even that,
treatments.
but I have to go and lay down
Need a
or
rest.
whatever, and that's what I'm going to do. But it's so good seeing you, Kiowa.
But you don't even let
I
him know
know
what
you
you're
guys
doing.
gonna
You
be
just
just fine.
do it.
Yeah.
In a
And
fun,
be gone.
flirty way.
No, but you know
That's
what
that
he's gonna
feminine
do?
energy.
You know what he's gonna do? He will run behind her. That's the kind of person he is.
Well, you can
Maurice
run
is
behind
horrible.
me all you want to. I'm locking my bedroom door.
Yeah.
When Kiowa is gone, you call me
Yeah.
and I will unlock the door. But you come run behind me, that's fine. I'll talk to you and be like,
That's
oh, baby.
Don't be unafraid. Go sit there. You
Listen,
can sit there by yourself.
I will put on a show so much that I'll fall on the floor. That's how
No, but then he's gonna carry me to the bed and he'll stay with me. And he'll be like, we have to reschedule. This is what I've been dealing with, Monster. Okay, it's not all about you. That's don't be him. He's horrible. Maurice is very
Listen, Kimmy,
manipulative.
listen, Kimmy.
Manipulative.
Divorce is still on the table.
And unfortunately for Kim, she keeps on falling.
For the trap.
Yeah,
For
and
the
then,
trap.
and then the preview that we see is her talking to Kiowa, and he looks
So
like.
she fell for it. She told him to go meet with Kiowa,
Well,
and she fell
obviously,
for like
well-
a dodo bird again.
But
My
you know what
God.
I'm thinking? I'm thinking that Kim probably behind closed doors when we're not watching her, that she talks. Maybe she still has this problem with Kiowa. And Maurice knows that, and that's why he's like, "Well, you need to go talk to Kiowa."
My thing is,
Because
I'm
why
always
will I go
going
and
to
talk to
have.
Kiowa?
I'm sorry, I'm always going to have. Probably they're always going to have issues. But the thing is, sometimes we sweep it under the rug and we keep it pushing. I'm already married to this man. Like I'm
how
already the
many
wife.
years?
You have already married somebody else. Who gives a damn if I saw him while you guys were together or not? We're here. We have
Yeah.
finally got into a cordial place. We ain't got to be bosom buddies.
No.
Like
And
really.
you know something? I always
That ain't
wonder, where
necessary.
is Kiowa's husband? Does anybody know? How
not
come he's
involved
these-
in the drama
How come
as
no,
it should
he's
be.
never in these meetings? I think I only saw him one time in a meeting, and that's the meeting that Maurice left early. But
I'm
I've not
sorry.
seen
If I
him
was
since.
Monster, I would tell them, listen, I'm a minor. I don't want to be on TV no more. Because it seems like every time the camera
Yeah.
get around, y'all want to start some drama. When really the drama's
I
in y'all
definitely-
relationship.
If I was Kiowa, I will insist that he's not to be on television.
Because
You
y'all
can't-
are starting drama. Like, I was just like, why are these two dodo birds sitting down here harassing this 15-year-old about chores?
I know.
Are you serious?
That's so weird.
You decide to harass Monster because your grown husband, man-child,
Yeah.
can't do nothing for you when you have cancer.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
Listen,
That's the real issue.
I
Y'all
harass
need
my
couple
children
therapy.
about a lot of things, but chores was not one of them.
That don't make no sense.
Yeah, it just wasn't one of. It just wasn't one of
It
those
just it
things
seems so minute.
that okay, this is the thing here. You know, like I will explain the reason
Having
why I think it's
whole
important for
family
you
meetings.
to do chores and blah blah blah. But
Really?
for me to
Okay. Just very. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I
I
have
just
a
think-
teenage child. The last thing I'm really worrying about is chores.
Yeah.
Get your husband to do it or hire somebody. You and Monster hire
you
somebody.
guys have money to really hire someone to come clean up and
Or I would just say stop cleaning, Kimmy. You're the one who has cancer.
yeah.
I mean, I would not be cleaning anything. I'm sorry. I'm not
You
well.
want you want the house extra clean. and
You do
extra
it
whatever,
yourself, and then
yeah.
when you do it for maybe 2 or a week straight, then when I clean, you'll be more appreciative.
Yeah.
That's what I learned. You know, because I mean, like I remember there was this
Yeah.
one time when I had stopped cooking for Rashid. All of a sudden, he was being all extra nice to me. Oh, are you cooking today? What are you cooking? You're making the quesadillas? I was like, well, no, I was making it for myself. He's like, well, if you could make me one, like he humbled himself, and he was like, okay, well, I understand because I'm here having to make mayonnaise pasta and all this stuff. So that's what I would say, Kimmy, girl, free yourself.
Yeah.
But who else was there?
Yeah, but just to have this conversation,
I thought it was so.
like
I was like, did they not have content this today? Like, I was just like, why are they
this guy
harassing
looks-
Monster?
Yeah, he looks sad and all this stuff. He
Can't
seems
even talk to his
depressed.
daddy. I mean, he has
That's
issues
when you
with.
call these family meetings when it's
Yeah.
something really serious, not about chores. It's just too minute. Anyway, everyone has what bothers them, I guess. That's why I say that I feel like Kimmy and Maurice, there's something else going on. What do you all think? I think there's something else going on with them, and that's why.
I mean, from the lack of sex to him harassing her to clean, well, to her
satisfied sex on her side. Like, she's not satisfied. She said so.
I mean, obviously. I mean, when a woman does not want to have sex with you and he's harassing you for it because you don't want it, you're hopping right up out the whip after the sex to go clean, you ain't got to tell me ain't good. It's all in the actions.
That is so true.
You know
How he did not figure that out, I don't know. Well, I think he suspected.
And then you're harassing Monster to clean.
Exactly.
It just seems like maybe you guys are trying to put drama on Monster so you guys don't like address your own issues. I would tell if I was Monster, I'd be like, do not put me on this show. Wallahi, don't put me on this show.
I know. What's interesting to me, like of all the adults who were there, it seemed as though Kiowa seemed the most nurturing, which I guess she should be. But I was hoping that. I hope that one day Maurice will really try to be that for him, because it's so important for sons, especially as they get older, to be able to talk to their fathers without feeling as though they're going to be judged. Like, if they can't come to you as a father and talk to you and feel safe with you, who do you want to do that for your own son? Like, it makes no sense. Yeah. Can your son honor you and respect you without fearing you? I think that can occur. Like, because if you have your son afraid of you, and you're a man, I promise you he's going to be afraid of other men.
Yeah.
And that's what you're teaching him, how to fear. You have to teach your sons especially how to fear no one, not even yourself. Only fear God. And when you teach them that, they are going to grow up to be strong. They're going to grow up to be men.
And there's going to be nothing that they can't conquer. Because you taught them not to be afraid of anything. Don't be afraid of any opportunity. Don't be afraid to walk in any room. Don't be afraid of nobody.
Like, don't buckle a knee to anyone. But you guys want them to, like...
Buckle knees to you.
Buckle knee to you for what?
Are you God?
Like, it's like... that's the thing. It's like you want to put yourself...
Like, you have this God complex.
Place.
Yeah.
In your child's life, in your wife's life, like, just weird stuff.
And you're a mere human being like me. You're not worthy of that. I'm sorry, you're not. Like, boy, bye. But was there anybody else?
Girl, I don't know.
I mean, I know they went on their dates. I don't think
Stormy. We already said Stormy used to have another show. Stormy, honey, I understand she's an only child. She said she's an only child.
Oh, my God.
And that's why she really wants this family to come together. But Stormy, honey, they may never come together, and you have to get out of the only child syndrome you got going, because they may never get together. Stormy, I rather you go to Jamaica in peace than go with family and let them ruin Jamaica for you.
Hello. I mean, you have your husband, you have your children. I mean,
start your own legacy. Start your own legacy, and let that be a family moving forward. You know, that's what I would say. But just, you can't force your mom and your aunts. They have been through stuff. They have history that probably you all don't know everything. And let them take their time to come to each other. You and Junior continue to be good. You and your cousin continue to be good. But you can't force your mom and your aunt to go hug. What if they're not the hugging type? Stormy, at some point, you got to, just like how you fired Junior and you fired your husband's best friend from sometimes you got to let people go. And I'm not saying let your mama go, but you have to let them heal at their own pace.
Yeah, for sure.
You know? But yeah, they can be a whole nother show.
But I don't think
I will watch.
Did Martell talk about anything?
Oh, him and his brother. We saw his brother. Well, you know, the brother seemed familiar to. I think we've seen him before.
I think he said the brother was incarcerated or something.
Right, and the brother was like, you know, it's just interesting to me. The brother says he needs to be taught and he needs some motivation. And I was just thinking, bruh, you have a wife. That should be motivation enough.
Well, don't put all that on the wife.
No, you should be motivated to be taking care of them. That should motivate you to go work and go do what you gotta do.
My thing is, I will be motivated enough just seeing the sun. I am not in a jail cell. I'm not in a 2x4.
Yes.
I'm not having my life controlled. oh, you best believe I'm taking my life back.
That is a motivation right there.
That's motivation enough.
Right. That is a motivation right there. That should be a motivation right there. The fact that you're here with your brother asking for motivation, I don't know.
If you need motivation, just look at what you have to be grateful for.
Yeah.
And then also write down a list of goals that you want to accomplish, things that you want to accomplish. That should be motivation. And then if you need more motivation, go look at David Goggins. That man is a beast.
Oh, yes.
He is phenomenal.
Yes. And even your brother is right there. You want motivation, your mama is right there too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Living your life. Like, but I don't know what motivates you more than you have a wife and children. You got to provide for them. And then you're out of jail.
Well, maybe he's not the type of man who actually believes in providing. I mean, because Martell had Melody there working 4 or 5 jobs, and then she also has a builder's license. It don't look like she was
cook and give him all kinds of.
And then he also was putting stress on her to come and give fellatio while I'm here working several jobs. And I'm probably the breadwinner, and then you're cheating on me because I'm not able to be at home, but because you aren't able to provide a life for me where I can be in my soft femininity and cater to you. You want to get on me. Well, I seriously doubt that the men in that family are providers. I doubt it. Yeah. The men aren't providers. The fact that you, Martell, all this time, you have been in the whole builders thing. You still ain't got a license. So, I doubt the men in that family are providing a damn thing for the women but stress and headache.
And provision is not just the important thing for a man to be able to provide is safety. It's not just a roof over your head.
That's Maurice, right up there.
Maurice has not even provided a safe space for Kimmy
to be
or
at peace.
For Munster.
No,
this woman is in turmoil, and it looks like Munster is on the fast track together. And if he's not careful,
you should have not taken your son there.
He will lose his son, because this is the age that the sons start getting away from the dads, because
they also start seeing you clearly. They don't know what to do.
Humble themselves, be vulnerable. Think that how you used to be at that age. They forget. They conveniently forget that they used to be 15 and 16. They act like though nothing.
Like butter don't melt in their mouth, honey.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
Anywho, but yeah, so it was interesting. I'm very interested to see Maurice's brother, and hopefully he will get some kind of inspiration. I also feel Maurice has started going for therapy. Maybe the brother needs to go to therapy. But I really think that these men, Martell's brother, I really think that these men who are going for therapy, I don't think they should have female therapists.
No.
I don't think so.
I think they need men.
I remember, when my son had to go for therapy, I was sure to find a male therapist.
Oh, Martell also went to therapy. Martell went to therapy.
Remember that man? But you see, they don't want the male therapist.
No, but she went to therapy with a woman, and she said, "I want you to correct your relationship or whatever." I feel like the woman didn't know what to tell that man. Okay, 1, and then 2. Also, you're getting on your mom for not being a
male
babysitter.
Therapist. Oh my gosh! Yes, we forgot about that.
Well, we're almost at 25 minutes.
Can I just say this? Listen, you all need to stop having grandma be the parent of these children. Okay. Let grandma just be grandma. She's not a babysitter. Let her just be grandma and enjoy those children, when she wants to. Is it by force?
I think what's exciting about being a grandmother is that your child now has a child, and you don't have to raise nobody. I think what's nice is to see that your child has now grown up into an adult and is now being a parent. And you get to you not oversee that, but you get to enjoy your grandchild. I think it's supposed to be an enjoyment, not a harassment where I'm trying to go to where I gotta go to the Sunday bingo and you want to come pop up because you gotta go see your mistress and come be seeing people and all this stuff. But now all of a sudden I have to stop my plans because you ain't got a babysitter. You go hire a nanny.
Thank you.
Okay, and you cannot be sitting down here talking about, oh, grandma back in the day used to do this, that, and the third. I'm sorry, grandma probably was not having to work a job and wasn't having to do this, and probably had a man at home who's providing.
Thank you.
Okay, that is not the case. No. Men are barely providing you a meal when y'all go on a date.
That is, the mother doesn't have a man in the house. Like, she was a single mom.
Yeah.
So it's a whole different dynamic now.
Yeah.
The grandma
and she's probably still
was
working.
At home. She had the granddaddy was working. She was a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
It's a whole different dynamic. Like,
So I seriously doubt that also Martell is paying his mother's mortgage and all that stuff.
well,
Like he might be
tries to
helping.
say like, well, I help her out, so she should. No, bro.
I'm sorry, helping is different from I provide for my mom.
Regular day.
I provide for her. I make sure that her mortgage is paid. I pay her food bills. I pay all her bills in her house. Like my mom is set. All she has to do is relax. When you are doing that, maybe you can drop by and bring your kids, but not without a call first.
I'm sorry.
And make sure that I ain't got plans.
Please don't do that for me. If you think now I'm your babysitter.
Well, that's
No,
true.
no.
Yeah.
No. Then keep your money. I beg of you. Like, no. No. Bring your child to see me once a month for 2 days. If I call for extra days, I will call you. I will call you. Don't call me. Like, let her be able to enjoy this thing. A grandchild's relationship is so precious.
It's supposed to be fun.
Supposed to be
light.
A safe place.
I'm not supposed to be here raising your damn baby
Disciplining
kids.
the child.
I know, and then I gotta help raise the child that you created in your marriage, and I have to deal with all that baby mama drama. Like, I'm not doing that.
Again, I'm not doing that.
Like, I ain't doing that. I'm sorry. You get your ducks in the line. My mom, she ain't there for me when I need her, and I get her gifts. Excuse me? The fact that I provided you with life should be enough for you not to harass me. Okay?
I'm surprised that therapist did not tell him off. You see, that's why he needs a male therapist.
I know.
He does not need a female therapist.
But the men, they feel comfortable with a woman because they can get away with stuff. They know a man will check them real quick.
Remember, he had a male therapist.
He ain't like him very much.
Yes, he didn't like that. They ain't call our man no more.
Hello. But yeah, y'all, it's Mary.
And
we done spent 30 minutes on this thing, y'all. But we invite you guys to like.
What's so funny? These men want these respect for authority, but they can't even respect the authority from the male psychiatrist.
I know. They can't even do
They're all rebels, like their sons.
I know, but then they're going to be like, what's your problem? The thing is, they're upset because they're just like them.
They're just like them. That's what's so funny.
But you haven't fixed yourself yet, so you can't stand what you're seeing in your son, though. But, well, we invite y'all to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment.
Bye-bye.